our last video, our last thing, we kind of just chilled and got through the beginning of his story. Pretty interesting. Really sad, honestly. Ooh, I like that. New Game Plus. Because she's so sweet, yeah. People take advantage of sweet people. It's really sad. Very easy to get jaded. But on this one, I think we're gonna follow the light, get a little bit farther. Probably get our second person art already. I think it's kind of early in the game. I hear my voice from somewhere. Trip on balls, apparently. Yep. I think a lot of times it's just teaching the kids to, like, not let people change them, you know? There's nothing wrong with improving yourself, but don't change your good qualities to fit in with others or because people are jealous. Or whatever word you want to use. Miserable people just want other people to be miserable with them. It sucks sometimes. Good morning, Paps. How are you? How are you? How are you? This is the ferry, I'm guessing? You don't sleep anymore? Yeah, she just doesn't sleep. I think the older you get, though, the less sleep you seem to need, which is a good thing. You need a little bit less sleep as you go. I feel like you kind of hit your peak of how much sleep you need as a teenager, which sadly a lot of people don't get enough sleep as teenagers, and then you kind of like start going the other way where you don't need as much.
You... alive?
I'm alright. Oh. Who are you?
I am Kevin from Ferolia. Saw the light.
I see. I have no other option. So I suppose you'll do.
What?
Oh, never mind. I'll tell you later. Please. I need you to take me to the Priest of Light in Wendell. I can't fly any further on my own.
Fine by me. Going to Wendell too. But... Cascade Cavern. Can't get through right now.
I can get us through the barrier. But we need to hurry. Something has happened to the Sanctuary of Mana.
The Sanctuary of Mana? Wait. Ah! What happened? Was it... Astoria? Gotta go back.
Oh, we need to get going. Let me rest inside you for a bit. You won't see me, but don't worry, I'm still here.
Just a cute fairy.
Oh, wait. What?
Don't delay. We must see to Astoria.
You basically need to play this game up to this
my
point like
head?
6 times, I think, to get all of them. Extra little thingies. Won't probably make that much of a difference, but
On it.
probably just easier just to Google it. weird sleep issues, and that mini vacay I took didn't help. Same here. I'm getting better at sleeping.
So, why are you heading to Wendell?
Priest of Light can save Carl. Bring him back.
Oh, I see you haven't had an easy time yourself.
No, she really hasn't. I think my biggest issue with sleep is if I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm screwed. Like I cannot go back to sleep, and it's like it's funny because I see a lot of like memes and different things of people like when I wake up and I look at the clock and it's like 3 o'clock, it means I get like 3 more hours, and I like wake up at 3 and I'm just stuck awake and I cannot go back to sleep for like 4 or 5. Usually it takes me about 2 or 3 hours to fall back asleep. And then at that point, it's like, well, I might as well just not go to sleep at all. I used to have both problems. I used to have the problem of not being able to fall asleep, and then also waking. If I woke up, then I was stuck awake. I'm really glad that I at least got rid of one of them, because it was rough for a while there. I literally just never slept. The older I've gotten, though, the better I've gotten in the past. It's like just being able to just knock myself out pretty easily. I think mine's just mental issues and stuff, so it's like my brain runs too much. It doesn't stop a lot of times. I've gotten better at like stopping my brain from running all the time, or ignoring it better, I guess. Just need to get back to the normal, yeah. My kid goes to bed at like 8, usually around 8:30. She's in bed. Which a lot of people are like, wow, 8, that's so early. But I'm like, you know, kids need more sleep. I never understood the logic, you know? It's like she got the long day. It ain't gonna hurt her to go to bed early. So she's not wiped all the time. Oh no, she destroyed the town.
Where are the humans?
This looks like the work of beastmen.
Cowards!
There is no time to waste. We have to get to the Priest of Light as soon as possible. Wendell is in danger.
That is nice. Not a time sleep or go to bed at midnight and have to get up at 6. We have so many healing items. It's gonna be kind of useless because we're gonna have that one girl that has healing abilities. Or let myself fall asleep, but if I do anything at night, I risk myself up, you know? That's why I always make sure not to drink stuff too late, and make sure I go pee before I go to bed, just so I don't wake up and have to pee. Because if I wake up and go pee, I'm up. Like, I might as well just stay up. I don't get why my brain's like that. Like that one day, I think I fell asleep at like 10, and then my body woke me up at 12, and then I couldn't go back to sleep till like, I think it was almost 5. I finally fell asleep for like an hour, a couple hours. It's like, yeah, what are you doing, brain? What are you doing? Sheesh. Hey, Relentless, how are you? I really like this guy's story. I'm glad I picked him as my main. I was kind of like going between him and Duran to be my main guy, but I feel like Duran would have been kind of boring, quote unquote, because he's just like the token warrior guy. Which I guess once we play through his story, we'll get him. Have more interesting stuff.
I already shared it. Go away.
Oh, thank you for the double sub, you know? It's always because the hubs won't get home from work until 8, so they never see him, yeah. Yeah, that's rough. I think I'd be happy if my kiddo never saw the other parent, if I had a choice. Quote unquote. That's life though, I guess. Thank you for the 5 months for that again. That's crazy.
on my way to Wendell, but there's something blocking off Cascade Cavern.
Oh, actually,
Huh? You've got a ferry that can help? Oh, that's what the light over the forest was. Sounds like things are getting interesting around here. So, what's your business in Wendell?
Right? Everybody in this game has abs.
See. Sounds like you had her rough. Me? Oh, I'm Duran, a soldier from Volsena.
I think we will play through it. You cannot say during a flashback chapter any items obtained during the flashback will be lost. So not even bother with the items, just go through the story with him, I think. We're zooming. I'm kind of wondering how many videos it took us to get to this point. 4. Meeting Hawkeye. So we're almost on the same pace, which I guess makes sense. It's probably not going to be much faster at the start of the game, because there is a lot of, like, story right off the rip.
Duran, hey, you're up. Pull yourself together.
Yeah, just like the
Commence
pace.
the final match for the Sword Mastery Tournament Youth Division. Combatants, forward!
I'll break you like a dry noodle.
I'll break you like a dry noodle.
I dare you.
Dare.
Begin!
About time I took you down a peg, Bruiser. Take this! Almost done. I can do this.
I
Pokemon?
forfeit! I forfeit!
Well, then this guy's got full armor, and I'm like, man, I gotta show my abs off. I can't wear armor.
We have our new champion, Duran!
Worked really hard for him, gotta show him off.
You've come far in your training, lad.
Duran, soldier from Volsena, kingdom of the plains. His father Loki, the Golden Knight and friend to the hero king Richard, went missing when the young soldier was but a child. His mother succumbed to sickness and grief, leaving him and his younger sister Wendy to their Aunt Stella.
Their
Like
aunt.
his father before him, the boy could not deny the pull of the blade. From a young age, he outshone
Like most
all
boys can't
other
help but not
swordsmen,
pulling their blade.
and eventually came to be in service to the king himself.
Right? Me too. I got any excuse to show him off. I wore like a belly shirt. It looked like I had like a bunch of like one of those dough pack explodes. You know what I'm talking about? Those
Hang in there.
dough,
The next
dough
shift
tubes
is
and
on its
twist them.
way.
That's what my belly would look like if I wore something like
I'll
that.
do one more round in the meantime.
I did. I want to see your abs, Becca. That sounds weird. I want to see some like former abs. I remember. I'm just as pasty, yeah.
Papa, where are you going?
Off to slay some dragons.
Such a
The
cool
fearsome
mustache.
beast known as the Dragon Lord is the strongest of its kind. But don't worry. His
It's a
Highness
man's
and I
man's
are
mustache.
close. Now, take care of your mother and sister while I'm gone. Understood, son?
I will.
I don't have them anymore. Aw. Several months later.
Madam, your husband, Loki, he took a blow meant for me, causing both him and the Dragon Lord to fall into the depths of an abyss. My men and I searched the area for a week, but to no avail. We could not find Loki.
I see. He fulfilled his duties as the Golden Knight until the very end.
Oh
I'm sure that's what he would have wanted.
no. Sad moment stuff because I can see her nipples through her
Simone, my
dress.
lady.
Like, who made this? Like, who did the art for this? Like, we need to show, like, which that makes sense that we're pros back then, I guess.
Oh,
Look at the little outfit on the babies. Aww.
Stella. How could you let your illness go untreated for so long, Simone? If
Oh, no.
Loki knew I was ill, he would have neglected his duties for my sake. I just couldn't hold him back like that. You're both such fools. Stella, my children, do not fret, Simone. I will take care of them as if they were my own.
What are you, OMG and Becca?
You have my thanks. Simone?
That's where your brain should always be first. Well, he's a good soldier falling asleep on duty, you know? Like, hey, keep an eye on the castle. Let me take a nap.
Shouldn't be sleeping on the job.
Oh no, look what you did, right?
Don't give in.
This game's so sad. It's literally like the main character's making mistakes and literally then completely screwing everybody around them. I don't think we're gonna bother even like saving it here. I don't think you can save it. I'm just gonna play through the story since you can't keep items or anything. I'll just zoom through it.
Halt! Who are you?
You are sharper than you look.
Oh, am I to stay up like that when I lay down?
You are considered the best fighter in this miserable castle. I think it's time I show you how powerless you really are.
No more talking!
Right? Or most girls can't sleep on their back at all.
What senile old fool would
Just do it
entrust
the
the
way the way
security
you
of
want
the
it to be.
castle to a child? Oh, my apologies. You work for the king, do you not?
What? Don't you dare insult His Majesty!
Now the finishing blow!
Someone infiltrated the castle! Find them!
Huh. Seems you'll live another day. No matter. If all the king can boast is soldiers of your caliber, we can take this kingdom anytime we choose.
It's kind of crazy too, because I feel like you know, like it's kind of taught that small boobs are like the worst than big boobs, but a lot of times like they're better, you know, in the long run. They stay like they don't sag as much, you know. They just kind of chill.
Last night, an unknown wizard
Kinda
managed to penetrate our defenses. The soldiers on duty
less
were no
back
match
problems.
for him. Duran was the only survivor.
Witnesses say the man was wearing a red cloak. It has to be that Altanish cur, the Crimson Wizard.
You mean Altana sent a spy? No honor among the lot of them. We should mount a full-scale attack on their forces before they sneak in again. Who's with me?
Right! Hold!
There is no definitive proof that Altana sent the intruder, nor would they have reason to attack our kingdom in the first place. We cannot act rashly. Whoever attacked last night got past our defenses and some of our best soldiers. If we act hastily, we could fall into our enemy's trap. First, we must strengthen the castle's defenses and increase the guard. Then we shall send our own spies into Altanish territory.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
But why would the true queen of Altena attack Valsena of all places?
You definitely can't wear, like, a lot of shirts. I think a lot of people don't realize that. I've been to the park and I've gotten flashed by other girls. Because they literally, like, bend over and their goods are just out there for the world. Because the bras don't hold them or anything. Look how this game's had, like, a super serious moment where it's talking about boobs. So, yeah. Just ruining the flow of the game. It's fine.
Curses. Curse it all.
Hey! Your wounds haven't healed yet. You should be in bed, silly.
Red, whatever, just... Just let him...
Are you listening to me? Stop whining and listen! I hate you!
Aww.
Wendy! Wait.
And small on the top, one piece outfits or dresses can be hard, yeah. Yeah, at least you, like, want to go through the hassle of getting everything tailored for you. Tailored, I guess. Never good enough stuff tailored. Same with, like, getting a good bra made for you. Like, a lot of people just buy them out of the store, but they say, you know, you buy one. Or you actually get one, like, fitted to you. They say it's, like, night and day. It's gotta be a good job, though, you imagine? Like, what job do you do? I make fitted bras, and I get to play with boobies all day. That's the dream, right?
Whining, huh? A walk around town might clear my head some.
Yeah, I don't think it's like worth like picking up items and stuff. I don't think you have to keep any of them. These people in this game have such good looking hair too. Like, I'm kind of jealous. Like, it's just like, I mean, look at that hair. Just amazing. I know I can't keep these items, but it's so hard to, like, not just pick up items in the games. So tough. I just want to pick it all up. Though I know I can't keep it. Hard to get through it. Yeah. You can't even, like, do anything, really. I'm on hard difficulty. I got...
Welcome, young man. This shop is for reading fortunes. Your pinched face tells me you have a lot on your mind, son.
My what?
People's lives are 99% destiny. But the rest of your future is always shaped by your will. It is up to you to decide. We call that final 1% hope. Come now. Anyone can see you bear a great burden. Let this old bird set you on the right path.
This chick's got some big eyebrows. She doesn't even have eyeballs anymore.
Fortunes? Why would I trust my fate to something like that? All I believe in is strength. But I'll listen to what you have to say if you tell me how to become more powerful.
Manners, you oaf! No need for rudeness. To become more powerful, you must head to Holy City Wendell. The Priest of Light can teach you how to switch your class.
My class?
Son, you listen and you listen good. Even a clueless fighter like yourself can eventually change to a better class. Now get out of my shop.
Get out of my shop.
Switching
Rude.
classes
I think I should call us rude, and then she was
means
rude
I can
to us.
defeat that crimson jerk. I'll do anything. Well, better head to Wendell and see what all this fuss is about.
It doesn't seem to match his body. His body's all wrought up as he speaks calm. Some people are like that. It's very confusing. I've met people like that, where their attitude doesn't really match their facial expression. What are we doing? Upstairs.
That lousy, conniving, murderous Crimson Wizard is dead meat. I won't let him get away. Not again. I won't come back until he's finished. I won't.
I like his music too. It's so cool that they took the time to like give each character different like theme music basically.
Sorry, Wendy. Stella. I really am.
I feel like this is what people wanted in the Final Fantasy VII, like remake or remaster, whatever word you want to use. Where the story kind of stays the same, but you got like all the cool like, upgraded graphics and sound and...
Aunt Stella.
Here. I know you already have a bronze sword, but take this instead.
Is this?
This is the sword your father used when he was a young man. Back in the day, he even won the tournament with it, against the young king himself.
Oh.
Now be off. I'll explain the situation to Wendy, don't worry. Be sure to stop by the castle to see the king before you leave. He's waiting to hear from you.
How does he know?
Don't be silly. He knew your father. Of course, the son of Loki would want to travel the world. I, too, knew this day would come. I've raised you as if you were my own son, after all.
Thanks, Aunt Stella. I'll be back. I promise.
I really wish you would have called out their voice now. Like, now I'm looking at their mouth, and their mouth is like weirdly doesn't open up that much when they talk. Like that lady, like her voice, like her, she just smiles the whole time, no matter what she's talking about. Just... Remaster sequel, yeah, right? Like, can we keep the remake? 'Cause it's really good, but can we have like an actual remaster like this? Where we get all the fancy graphics and new music and new everything? But, like, the story stays the same, and... But instead we get a mobile game. Yay, mobile game.
I see you're planning a journey, Duran.
Your Majesty! Forgive me. It was my weakness that allowed the enemy to escape so easily. I wish to atone for my mistakes. I cannot forgive the wizard for what he did. For the first time in my life, I was utterly powerless. He not only defeated me, he insulted you, my king! He must pay for this. I do not plan to return home until he has answered for these crimes. I cannot.
Acknowledged. You have my blessing on your journey.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Good morning, Fallen, how are you? Is it... it's already happened in remake, now it's going back through it, even if Dale said someone interviews, yeah.
I'd feared that perhaps he was raised too proud. But I see that he is just like his father at that age.
telephone. I pressed the wrong buttons. Mulberry Moors. I don't think I could skip over all this. I wish it would like only show like some of the prologue when you play through it with the other characters. Because you don't keep levels, you don't keep anything on this. I don't like how this guy holds swords either. Like his fighting style feels off for some reason. Let's look good and block the outside book. Yeah, I think Snitch is getting worse at like attacking doors now. Anytime anybody's got one closed, it's destroying all the doors. Parcel on the way, got it sent out 5 AM this morning, so I'm gonna be waiting for them. I'm really hoping the PS5 plays all PS4 stuff. I know I'm gonna have to convince to get another PS4. Yeah. I'm a little scared, man. There's a boo boo boo. How's Fallen doing today? I still have my PS3. I have a PS... I still have a PS1, PS2. I was in a stream and they were like bad-mouthing the heck out of Sony. And it was really hard not to like fanboy or fangirl or fan whatever you want to call it. They were like so tough. It's like I just like like how dare you? Yeah. But it's fine. It's kind of funny because their issues were like they were talking about like some random stuff that just happened to happen. Like they're like, oh, we knew somebody that somehow like when they got their PS3 or PS4, it somehow didn't end up with a disc thing. The thing that reads the disc. Yeah, just like a random fluke. And I'm sitting here like, but you're saying Xbox is better? It's like, am I the only one that remembers the giant massive recalls they had for the Red Light of Death? Like, I'm not saying Sony's like amazing for a lot of how they handle a lot of stuff, but yeah, somehow it was missing like the entire Blu-ray player inside of it, just like the little lens reader somehow didn't come in it. It did, but they said it was like a giant pain to talk to them about it. But Sony just has the best games across the board, honestly. At least for me, of course, it's opinion, but I think of all the consoles, Sony's probably my favorite games.
Just you wait.
And then maybe Nintendo.
Lizard. I ain't gonna stop until I'm more than powerful enough to take you down. You won't get away with this.
Not anymore. They used to, like on 360 and back. But like, they made some weird decisions with like exclusives. They have their pros and cons. And to me, like, Xboxes are just one big con.
Duran, bested by the Crimson
I mean, if we're honest, they don't have the kind of games I like.
He set out for Holy
I don't like
City
the controllers
to
much.
gain the strength to overcome his failings.
I think the only people that are Xbox players, a lot of people are people that's always been Xbox players, and they're just kind of like got stuck with fanboying, basically. That's the problem with Xbox. Like, yeah, they have backwards compatibility, but they don't really have that many games that I care about having backwards compatibility, you know? It's like a weird problem. Like, Sony has the games that I really wish we had backwards compatibility. But Sony just has better games for me.
Oh, in any case, I'm on my way to Wendell too, so guess that makes us travel companions, huh?
To me, an Xbox is just a waste of money. For me, again, for me. You do you. I just don't know, like... I don't know a good reason to own an Xbox. Like, I can't think of one solid reason that I would think, hey, I should buy an Xbox. Yep. I mean, heck, even if there's a game I want to play for Xbox, I can literally just play it on... PC now. You can get Game Pass on PC and get the same stuff. It's like... It kind of weirdly didn't give me a reason to ever want one. Yeah, he don't. That it's just Bayonetta. Yeah, there's like not. And again, like I guess I'll never understand why people prefer Xbox over PlayStation. They're just like. I never much understood it. I guess. I guess for me, it's just because consoles are meant to play games. And there's just not many games on there. I'm one of those weirdos that like to have good games, like actual diversity in games and stuff. I picked up was a game that was time. The game I could think of to play is the Spider-Man game. Yeah. And see, I'm big into playing platformers. So like platformers, RPGs, adventure games, and like PlayStation like excels at those kind of games. Yeah, like they excel at that stuff, and that's the stuff I like. I feel like Xbox maybe does shooters better, but even that, like, I've heard like Halo's not as good as it used to be. Same with like, Okay, use all your EMP.
Self, yes? That is hard.
I'm a soldier from Volsena myself. Don't want to brag, but I'm pretty good with a sword. The monsters around here aren't so tough.
Yes, we will work well together. Been on my own a long time. It's good to have a companion.
Kevin is so sad. He literally just was like, it feels so good to just have a companion. Poor Kevin. Kevin is like the saddest character I've ever seen in my life. Like, it just feels good to have a companion. Ugh, the feels. Kevin's definitely got like the saddest story ever. Especially like when you learn how to beastmen are like raised. They're literally just thrown out in the woods. They're like, good luck! As babies. Like literally as babies. They're just thrown out in the woods. Like, you got this. Right? And then we had to kill our friend. Why do we have this still? Oh, we got the cactus ring still, that's why. Xbox kind of sucks, yep. My favorite genre is definitely RPGs. Probably like RPGs, then adventure games, then platformers, I think. And the Hubs was a racing game? Well, platformers are PlayStation only? I don't know anymore, honestly. I mean, back in the day, there, like on PS2, there was like the Prince of Persia games. There was Jack and Dexter. There was, the Sly Cooper games. Sly Cooper are PlayStation only. Ratchet and Clank. Ty the Tasmanian Tiger on PS2. I don't know like anymore as much. God of War, which God of War isn't really a platformer anymore. But it was kind of a platformer. But there used to be a giant list of like back in quote unquote back in the day, you know? I don't know as much anymore. I don't pay attention to exclusives. But there's a lot of like actual platformers that are only exclusive to PlayStation. But again, a lot of them you can't play anymore because they're only exclusive.
Defeated many enemies for lots of money.
Yep.
Take it out.
One down, run.
Yeah, so there's always been a big list of stuff that I feel like Xbox is quote unquote nicer about other games because you can play them on PC and stuff, but they kind of like completely ruined me ever wanting to own one or seeing any reason to. I do have a 360, but I got that from I bought that from a random kid, a broke college kid when I was in school. I got for $300. He sold me a Xbox 360 and a 3DS for $300. And the 3DS had literally, it wasn't that old. It was probably like 6 months old. And he gave me like, there was like 20 Xbox games and like 5, there was like one 3DS game and there was 5 DS games with it.
Just weak enemies.
That's a really good deal, right? Yeah, broke college kids, you know? Are exclusive, so it seems like it's just whatever you've been with. But the thing is, there's still a lot of PlayStation exclusives that are amazing. If you love adventure games, like, God of War is amazing. God of War, Horizon Dawn, Uncharted series, what's that one, that zombie one? It's really good too. Oh, Last of Us, yeah. There's also the other one, where you ride a motorcycle and stuff. I can't remember the name of it. Days Gone, yeah. Like, there's a lot of exclusives.
I thought it was Iguana, but you saved me. I'm Charlotte. I'm a famous beauty from Wendell.
Danger is here. Go home. Okay?
I think you'd like them, Becca. I don't think we're gonna play her story. I think I'm just gonna, like, get the quick scale of this one. Poor Charlotte. You can experience playthrough of their past. Nah, we'll play through her past. We'll just, like, get the recap. I don't really like Charlotte that much.
But there was one priest in Wendell that was always nice to me. He was kind and helpful. He took care of me. My grandpa asked Heath to go to Astoria to look into something for the temple. But I got a really, really bad feeling about it.
She has random W's to every word she says.
I didn't want anything to happen happened to Heath. So I followed him in secret and didn't tell Grandpa when I left the temple that night. By a horrible twist of fate, a creepy-looking man took Heath away right when I finally found him again. And then I couldn't even get back to Wendell because of the barrier until you opened the path through the cavern for me. I got a little lost on the way and fell down.
You ever played any of them? I love those games. They're really good. The new God of War is amazing, honestly. Like, crazy amazing.
That was close.
Fine. You can come with. On my way to Wendell to see the priest anyway.
Oh! You want to see Grandpa? Why didn't you say so? You didn't know it, but you helped your chances. I'm actually the granddaughter of the priest of White. Come on, Slowpoke. I'll take you to my grandpa. Now, it's off to Wendell.
Great.
This is because it's such a hair-raising adventure. What's it called?
Wendell is straight ahead. Come along, recruits. Follow me.
Oh. Gotta protect the young ones.
I think that's the weird comment about that, though. Like, people only stuck with Sony because they've always owned a Sony. I feel like that's only true with Xbox. Because if you care about games, like Sony's the only the only right choice, you know? In my opinion, you know? Sony's like the only right choice of console to own. To each their own, though, honestly. But that's the thing, though. Like, I'm genuinely curious, right? Okay. Let me, like, take my biasness out of it, right? Can you guys explain to me, like, let's say 3 exclusives that are worth playing on Xbox that are not available on, like, Sony? Like, just 3 for Xbox One. You know? I'm genuinely curious. Like, what are we looking at here? So tough with how this game's set up right now. Fable? Yeah. Okay, there's one. What else? Do they even have a good Fable for Xbox One? I played, like, the first one. I enjoyed it. It's a really good game. I was generally just being nice and saying anything I can't play on PlayStation and not add a PC into the mix. Most games made by Bethesda? Yeah. That might be true. But again, I'm talking about Xbox One, I'm not talking about the new Xbox. What is the new Xbox even called? Is it Xbox One? I can't keep it up. What has Xbox got stupid names for? That's enough reason for me not want an Xbox, because it got stupid names, I swear. I can't figure out, like, what to call them or what I'm talking about half the time. The Xbox X, okay. Yeah, Xbox... Some people love the Halo series, yeah. Okay, there's 2. Give me another one, right? Okay, there was 3. There we go. And maybe Gears of War, but I've heard the new Gears of War sucks too. At least compared to the old one. Sea of Thieves? Oh yeah, Sea of Thieves. And that's it for me, I just named a bunch of adventure type games, but even like RPGs like this one, which a lot of them have moved to like Switch. I feel like Switch, if you care about games, Switch and PlayStation 5 is probably God tier, right? God tier is probably Switch, PlayStation 5, and PC if you can afford, if you have all 3. If you own those 3, there's literally zero reason to own an Xbox. And a lot of people say that's biased, but I really don't feel like it's biased. That's just facts for me. I don't know. And I think the big reason, like, it just annoys me that Xbox has kind of just allowed themselves not to have any games. Because Xbox 360 and the original Xbox are really good for games. Like, really good. It's just like after 360, they just decided to stop focusing on games. Which is a very weird choice for a console, in my opinion. But to each their own. Aren't great, yep. But you can get Sea of Thieves on PC, though. Literally every game you name there, you can get on PC now.
I can bring Carl back.
Yep.
Thank you so much for taking me here.
Yeah.
Hurry! We need to request an audience with His Eminence.
It's funny because, I don't know, I think it's just, I'm kind of still annoyed by people, like, calling out, like, Sony people. And, like, they're saying, like, only people that own Sony are people that are biased, or, like, it's just console semantics. It's like, it's honestly not. Like, how dare you? I like debating, though. It's a really big problem I have. I will argue all day, right? If you guys allow me, so maybe. I am very passionate about random things, and like once you find those things, you probably should just like change the subject. Honestly, it's simple. Just save yourself the headache and just.
Looks good. Oh, good choice.
Use this.
Change the subject and.
Oh, good choice.
I got stuff there. I'm not gonna equip that. Who's the last person that we equipped there? Was it her? Sheep pajamas? Oh, she could change clothes when you, like, got equipment. My things have no reason. Yeah, there's zero reason. And I think it makes me kind of sad that people are so stuck on Xbox. It just makes me sad. Because a lot of people are just stubborn, and they're missing out on so many good games just because of, like, because of fanboyism or whatever word you want to use. It's just, I don't know. Missing out on so many good games. I think next console, though, PlayStation 5 and Xbox will probably be more even keeled on, like, exclusives and stuff. I'm honestly expecting Xbox to stick with their, thing of adding everything to PC too, which is really good. But again, no reason to own one.
Welcome. Lots of wares to browse.
This is good quality.
Ooh, exciting!
Come again.
I'm stubborn, but I still like my Xbox, and I like my controller, yeah. That's the biggest reason I've heard of people sticking with Xbox, is they don't like the Sony controller, and they like Xbox. Like, that's the only reason I've heard that seems viable to me, somewhat. But even then, as I said, if you have a decent PC, might as well just buy an Xbox controller and use it on PC.
Welcome.
Well, sometimes you can afford an Xbox but not a PC that can run all those games. True. But again, if you could only... I mean, honestly, right? Like, what exclusives do you guys care about, I guess, is the biggest thing. To me, like, last gen, like, PS4, I think, like, God of War is probably my favorite, one of my favorite games that I've played on, ever. Like, for that game alone, I would say is... I don't know if there's any games on Xbox that even come close to matching God of War, even. Just God of War. You know, there are people out there that don't like God of War? Oh. There's something wrong with them, right? What do you say first? Yeah. But I also don't play God of War. You've not tried God of War. That's the problem. You know? Yeah. PlayStation 5 has the no disc version too, which again I would never ever own a console without a disc version. Ever. Never. Never. At a friend's house? But the new God of War is different though. You know, battle system's different, story, way the story's built's different, how the game setup's different, everything's different. Yep, the most recent one's just like night and day compared to the old ones. Like, even if you hated the old God of War, it's like playing the new one, you'd probably like it. It's so different.
I think I'll wait out here. I left without telling Grandpa. He's probably really mad at me.
I like Becca too, because she's stubborn like me. We can literally just like go back and forth forever because neither one of us will admit we're wrong. it's nice. I love a good argument. So you got somebody that like is as stubborn as I am? We can literally just semantics. That looks like a penis. Can you imagine a penis is pointy like that though? Like just a pointy penis. Next 3 years I wouldn't know. I just told you, Becca. But again, on the arguing a penis plant, right? And it works because penises basically plant seeds in people, see? So, bits, you know? The one leads toward an RPG where the other one was basically just hack and slash, yeah. I wish they'd bring back Prince of Persia though. Prince of Persia was such an amazing game that I don't think we'll ever get another one. It's really sad. Same with Jack and Dexter. I don't think they'll ever bring... They might bring that one back, but I don't think they'll ever bring back Jack and Dexter. Naughty Dog has been focusing on their adventure type games and don't do that stuff much anymore. If at all. Right. Perfect. Just like you. Pretty much killed the series. Look, the last Prince of Persia was garbage? How dare you, Fallen? How dare you? Take it back. Take that back. Garbage. I guess it depends what you compare it to, right? A lot of games are garbage if you compare them to their predecessors. Kind of like, I've heard Dead Space, the third one's really garbage compared to the other ones, but on its own, it's a pretty decent game. Still need to play it one of these days. feel like anything after... in my opinion, I don't like how much they decide to change Final Fantasies with time. Like, I think they were just, like, stuck with... They changed the formula too much, in my opinion, for Final Fantasy games, but too much so. Alright then, my brother wants to get a PS5 when they're back in stock. If he lets me touch it, I'll give one of those a shot and let you know, right? Sounds good to me, Becca. Is there a new principle? Am I not crazy? I feel like the sad thing about games nowadays, which again, I love God of War, I love these new games, they're all starting to go with that theme, though, sadly. They're all going with the adventure type theme, so I don't even know if it'll be like an actual Prince of Persia, because everything's following that adventure type game feel. Which I don't really want my Prince of Persia to do, but... if he lets me, big if. Well, if he doesn't, just disown him, right? I'll adopt you. You go play my PS5. I literally stole PS4 when my cat broke his because I didn't want to buy another one. I thought, why buy a new PS4 when I can just buy a PS5? And little did I know, they're like rarer than hen's teeth, apparently. The trailer forget about it till now. I'm not even sure if it's new or was a remaster. I won't be surprised, it's just a remaster. It's really popular right now. Just remaster everything. I can play them on anything, true.
Please, accept the goddess of mana's blessings.
Priest! Carl! Bring Carl back!
I'm kind of over open world games, honestly.
He's my only friend. Carl, the wolf pup.
What is your name, son? I see. Listen well, Kevin. The gift of life comes with the inevitability of death. Nothing can replace a life lost, nor bring back a soul who is no longer with us. That is why the gift is so precious. But death is simply how new life begins. Though Carl cannot return to his previous life, his soul will live on in your heart. Do you understand?
But... Carl... he's...
Keep the memory of him alive in your heart, young one. And someday Carl may be reborn into your life again. Do not give up hope.
I like Prince of Persia movies too.
This is the king's fault. Won't forgive him for what he did to Carl.
You're the Priest of Light, right? Tell me how to change my class. I need to be stronger now. Please.
Impossible.
Hi there.
There is no way you could teach classes right now. You lack the experience necessary for such a feat.
Thanks for the raid.
But
You must have at least heard tell of the Mana Stones, correct? First, you must gain enough experience through battle, then call upon a Mana Stone's power to switch to another class.
Who's got time for that? Your Eminence, if I don't get stronger, I can't give that crimson jerk what's coming to him!
Wait! I have something to say. Your Eminence, please listen. I have come from the Sanctuary of Mana to tell you that the Mana Tree is withering. Mana power grows weaker by the day.
Withering? But without the Mana Tree, the seals on the Mana Stones will break. The Benevodons will be released into the world.
What?
You're acting like this doesn't affect you. You've been chosen by Fairy. This means that you alone can retrieve the Sword of Mana from the Sanctuary.
What? Fairy? What's he talking about?
I'm sorry. With the mana in the world so depleted, a fairy can't leave the sanctuary for long without a host. If I hadn't found you, he wouldn't have made it.
But Fairy's better now, yeah? We made it to Wendell. You do not need me anymore, so go to the old man instead.
Would that I were able to bear your burdens.
How was your stream, Nevi?
However,
That's pretty well,
once a
though.
fairy finds a host, they are bound to them for their whole life.
Try not to talk too much over this, which we've seen that. Welcome, Rag. How are you?
Huh? Don't need a mana sword. I need revenge on the one who hurt Carl. Can't get distracted.
Kevin, I'm sure you already know you don't have the strength to defeat the King of Ferodia. Not with your power right now. But with the Sword of Mana, you would.
What? Stronger than the king? Really? But what is the Sword of Mana?
I've never tried an expert. Well, I think I played one on the
The
Game Boy.
Sword of Mana is the embodiment of the ancient power of mana, guiding force of spirits.
Find out today that the
It is
legacy
an
is a
alternate
token.
form
Ooh,
of
that
the
sounds
golden
cool.
wand used to create the world itself. The one who holds the mana sword gains awesome power.
I'm going to check out your stream this morning,
The
but another
sword
time.
lies in the roots of the mana tree, waiting. Before the mana tree withers completely, you must reclaim the sword and awaken the goddess of mana once more. She alone can bring peace to the realm and grant your wish.
I get that sword. I can defeat the king? Done! Where is the, Sanctuary of Mana?
I am so sorry. But with mana so depleted, I don't have enough power to open the portal to the sanctuary. Not by myself.
Throughout the world are 8 points of mana energy, mana stones, sealing away the fearsome Benevodons. If you activate the mana stones, the portal connecting our world to the Sanctuary of Mana should appear. Through that portal is the Sanctuary. However, you should know that the energy inside the 8 mana stones was sealed on purpose as the mana goddess began her slumber.
What do I do?
In ages past, there once was an ancient spell used to control the energy from the mana stones and bend it to the user's will. However, countries refused to allow each other any control of the spell and use of the mana stones. The war that followed caused unspeakable damage. It was nearly as destructive as the sealed Benevodons. The survivors cursed the magic to avoid future tragedy and forbade anyone from using it. Now the life of any person who uses the spell will be forfeit. There is no longer anyone alive who knows how to work this cursed spell.
No hope?
There may be one way. If we borrow the powers of the elemental spirits that reside near the mana stones instead, I can combine their powers with what remains of mine to open the portal for everyone.
Splendid! This is a relief. If you wish to find a mana stone, I've heard many say that the Lightstone is in Cascade Cavern, guarded by the elemental Lumina. It is the cavern you pass through in order to reach here. Take Fairy. With what remains of her power, she can help you find Lumina in the cavern. See if you may borrow his light powers.
Okay, answer me straight, Fairy. If I go along with you for this journey, will the Mana Goddess grant my wish?
Certainly. You can become the world's strongest swordsman. Let's do this.
All right. Then I'm in.
Okay, guys. I was a bad time to raid, Edie. Raided right when I had like a giant wallow plot. But thank you for that raid. You guys should check out Edie. Very sweet, fun person. Very knowledgeable of the games they play. Huh? Oh, yeah. I was going to say, let's do that. Distract. Yeah. Yeah, I was going to save it and then do the next video, but I got sidetracked. I was going to do that. It scared me.
Don't leave me behind. I need to save Heath. I'm coming with you, whether you like it or not.
That's what I was thinking. I've been like losing my train of thought lately. I slept so bad the last like 3 days. My brain's just not working well. Oh no, don't stop talking like this little girl, I swear. Still need to play the Citizen games. I didn't get them on PS3, on the PS3 PSN. But we're gonna save it here. I think I'm gonna take not that much of a break. I'm gonna grab a glass of water. A quick potty break, and then we'll come back and play. But thank you guys for watching up to here. Appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. Appreciate your faces. Much love, much boots, and all the things.